Go.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, thanks all for joining. So we are in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is called the Attaining the Supreme. So let's see what has been covered till now. So this 8th chapter is nothing but the part of the Bhakti Yoga section of the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is a divine conversation happened between Krishna and Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So where Arjuna was put into a dilemma state to not to fight, and Krishna is instructing him why he has to fight. Though it happened on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but it never promoted or never encouraged the violence. That is one important aspect of Bhagavad Gita. Then Krishna is teaching Arjuna the various yogas. What are the various yoga? What is the meaning of yoga?
Union with the divine.
To attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah.
And to control the senses in order to serve the Lord.
Yeah. So if we are doing
the divine.
Yeah, if you are correct, yeah, linking oneself to the Supreme, okay. So if you are connecting to the Lord via our activity, our every day-to-day activity, then it is called Karma Yoga. If you are connecting to the Lord via the Ashtanga Yoga, via the meditation, then it becomes the Dhyana Yoga. If you are connecting to the Lord via our Jnana, the knowledge, then it becomes like a Jnana Yoga. If we are connecting to the Lord via Bhakti, then it becomes Bhakti Yoga. Okay, that is how the whole thing been explained. So the first 6 chapter predominantly talking about the Karma Yoga, which instructing Arjuna work with detachment. Okay, you do the work, you do the karma, you do the activity, but with the detachment mode. Don't have anything like a for yourself. Don't keep anything like, okay, I did the work, I am the owner of this particular task, I am the executor of this particular task. No, don't keep anything like a for yourself. Surrender everything to the Lord. So that is what it is, work with detachment mode. Okay, but the karma, that is the Karma Yoga section. Okay, total 18 chapter of Bhagavad Gita is there. So first 6 chapter is predominantly talking about Karma Yoga. The middle 6 chapter is talking about the Bhakti Yoga. The last 6 chapter is talking about the Jnana Yoga. So first 6 chapter, it is work with detachment. But the middle 6 chapter, which is Bhakti Yoga section of it, it is work with devotion. Okay, voluntarily, with love, do the work for the Lord. So that is what we are seeing now. So 7th chapter is called the knowledge of the absolute. So first, before we love anyone or before we need to respect anyone, we need to understand who is that person, how great that person. We need to understand about him. Okay, so that is what we have seen in 7th chapter, which is the knowledge of the absolute. Okay, absolute is Krishna. So that Krishna's, who is Krishna, and what are the things he is present in the numinous and the what is that other knowledge? Phenomenal and numinous knowledge, correct? Like a material and a spiritual knowledge. Once you know about that, you don't need to know nothing else. Okay, everything you will be knowing. But it is impossible for us to know about Krishna fully. But what Krishna says, like a essential knowledge, we will know about Krishna. So that is what we have seen. Then knowledge of the absolute, that is we have seen in the 7th chapter. In the 8th chapter, once we know about the knowledge of the absolute, then we need to know how to attain him, correct? That is our real goal. The real goal of our life is to remember Krishna and attain the, not the liberation, do the service all the time to Krishna. So that is what we are going to see it in the 8th chapter. So in the 8th chapter, it is called attaining the supreme. Okay, this is one of the important chapter as well. So how we can understand about Krishna and how we can attain Krishna. So in that, Arjuna is asking 8 questions, correct? One is, what is Brahman? Who is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is Adibhuta, Adi Daiva, Adi Yajna? And how one can engage in devotion service at the time of death, okay? So Krishna is answering all these questions. How he is answering? First, Brahman is nothing but the indestructible living entity, the soul. That is what Brahman, okay? Adhyatma is the living entity's swabhava, the nature, living entity's nature. That is what Adhyatma. Okay, the soul never die, correct? Like the soul's characteristics we have seen. Which chapter we have seen? In which chapter we have seen the soul's characteristics?
Second.
Prabhu, chapter 2.
Yeah, chapter
Second.
2, correct, yeah. So in chapter 2 we have seen 30 characteristics of the soul. So can anyone say like a couple of characteristics?
The soul cannot be destructed by fire. It cannot. It is primeval right from the beginning. It never ceases to end, or there is no like death or anything for the soul. It is. It cannot be wet by water or burned by fire or
Very good, yeah. So it cannot be
okay.
killed. Okay, it cannot be withered
Yeah,
by
it
the
cannot be
wind.
killed. Yeah, it cannot be killed.
Yeah.
Exactly right, sir. That's the word.
So
Yes.
so it is the 30. It is Satchitananda. Okay, it is connected to the
Always
spiritual
peaceful,
wind, always existing. Yeah, correct.
and happy. Happy.
And one more important thing is the soul and super soul. From qualitative wise, okay, all the qualities it is similar. Only the quantity differs, like a quantitatively. How the ocean water and the drop of water which we take it from the pond or like okay any other place, both the quality is same. Okay, ocean from the ocean, a drop of water if you are taking, and the ocean water, it is going like a quantitatively it is differential, but quality wise it is similar, correct? Both has salty in nature, and both has like okay the color doesn't differentiate. So likewise, so soul and super soul, qualitatively it is same, quantitatively it is different. Okay, so in every one of us, like hey, we have a super soul. Which Vishnu, like a in the form of super soul presented in all of us?
Kshirodakashaya Vishnu.
Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. Yeah, very good. So okay, so qualitatively it is same, quantitatively it is different. So that is what the Brahman and Adhyatma, the Swabhava of the living entity's nature. Then what is karma? Karma is nothing but the fruitive or like okay the whatever action we are doing, for that we will get the reaction, and it is like a carry forward along with our soul, correct? Our next body is decide upon the karma, whatever activity we do currently in the consciousness. Okay, then Adi Bhuta, which is the material manifestation, which is ever changing, correct? This material world is created temporarily. It is Dukale Mashashvatam. It is not permanent, unlike the spiritual world, which is permanent. Who is Adi Daiva? It is nothing but the Adi Bhuta. Fifth one is like Adi Adi Daiva. Adi Daiva is it is the universal form of the Lord. It is the representation of the demigod, but all those demigods are like a presented in the Supreme Lord's body. Okay, then 6 and 7 are the Yajna, like okay, who is the Lord of the sacrifice? Vishnu is the Lord of the sacrifice, and everything has to be offered to him. And how one can attain the Lord at the time of death is nothing but okay, we have to remember the Lord, and we have to engage our activities, our senses in the service of the Lord. Okay, this we are already seen from 1.1 to 4th sloka. Arjuna is asking 8 questions. Krishna answered 7 questions in the till 4th sloka. From 5th onwards, he is asking, he is responding to the 8th question, which is the how one can remember the Lord at the time of death. That is what we have seen in the 8.5, which is nothing but antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yaprayati samadbhavam yadinasti atra samseha. So whoever at the time of death, like remembers Lord, remembers me alone, they will attain me without any doubt. Okay, Krishna is giving the assurance. Okay, how is it possible for us to remember Krishna at the time of death? For that, we need to practice while we are in a good condition, in a good healthy condition, so that we can remember Krishna at the time of death. Okay, so that is very important. So all these things we already seen. This also we have seen. So then he says, Yam Yam Vapiswaran Bhava in the 6th sloka, 8.6. Okay, if someone not able to remember Krishna, whatever they are remembering, like they will become that particular personality or that particular status. That is what we have seen, like a King Bharata story, correct? While he was leaving, he remembered the deer form, and he in the next birth, like he took the form of a deer, and then he was remembering all the past. Then he becomes the Jada Bharata, and like he becomes elevated. So yam yam vapi smaran bhavam त्यजति ante kalaivaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sadbhava bhavitaka. So then the 8.7, which is talking about how we can remember Krishna all the time. So 8.5 is talking about how to leave the body. Okay, while leaving the body, we need to remember Krishna. Okay, but in the 8.7, how we can remember Krishna while living, art of living. Okay, the 8.5 is art of leaving the body. 8.7 is art of living. How while in the body, while we live in this particular material world, we can remember Krishna. This is what Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha Mai Arpita Mano Buddhir Mam Evai Sasi Asamsayaka. So very, very important sloka 8.8, which we already seen. Sorry, 8.7. 8.7 is Tasma Sarveshu Kaleshu Mamanasvara Yudhecha Mayarpida Manobuddhir Mameve Sasya Samseka. So 8.7 we have seen. 8.8 also we have seen. So is it possible to remember Krishna all the time? It is difficult, but it is not impossible. That is what you have seen. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanya Gamina Paramam Purusham Divyam Yadi Pata Anuchintayan. Okay, he says, he who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he, O Pata, is sure to reach me. Then in the last class, we have seen 8.9 and 8.10 also. So what is 8.9? In the 8.9, then Krishna is talking about little Yoga Mishra Bhakti. So how we can meditate Krishna in the various forms. Okay, that is what in the 9 forms we can remember Krishna in the 8.9. How to remember Krishna? Okay, Kavim Puranam Manushaastitaram Anoraniyamsham Anushmaredya Sarvashya Dataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasaha Parashatat. So Kavim Puranam, Kavim, he is Kavim. He knows everything. One who knows everything. He knows past, present, and future of all the living entity, not only like a one living entity, all the living entity. That is the reason Krishna is called as Kavim. Then Puranam, he is the oldest. Okay. Just because he is oldest, that doesn't mean that okay, he is looking very old. No, he is always young. He is Nava Yavvanamcha. He is always young. Okay, always young and the sweet 16. So that is what Kavim Puranam. Then Kavim Puranam Anusastitaram. Anusastitaram means he is a controller. He who controls, he creates, he controls, he maintains everything. Then Anor Aniyam. He is the smaller than the smallest. Anor Aniyam Anusastitaram. So he is smaller than the smallest. Then he is the maintainer. He is a controller. He is maintainer. He is beyond the material conception. He is inconceivable. See that Krishna's form, we can never be able to conceive because he is greater. He while he came as a which avatar, like it is inconceivable. No, he was small, but then to fulfill his promise, he become very big. Which avatar?
Balimar. This one.
Vamandev.
Vara
Vamandev,
avatar.
Prabhu.
Yeah, Vaman Dev, correct? Vaman Dev, he is asking, he is coming in the form of a Brahmana boy, dwarf's Rupa. Okay, then he is asking Bali Maharaj, only I need a 3 piece of land. Then Bali Maharaj is asking, no, you can ask more. I can give you a big kingdom. Then he says, no, I need only 3 pieces of land. Then while he is taking the first step, he covers the entire land, entire earth. Okay. In the second one, he covers the entire the sky, upper world. Then the third step, he is asking where I can put. Then Bali Maharaj is saying, okay, he understood his mistake, and he is just asking, can you please put me on my head? So that is how Krishna is inconceivable. Every day, if we are remembering this sloka, we know what is our position and we know what is Krishna's position. From a small seed, the big banyan tree is coming. And from that tree, the seed is coming. How is it possible for any human being to act in this manner, or to produce in this manner? Just think about our body. So I think there was one experiment done. Why can't we create our digestive system as a robotic thing? Okay, because they don't have any other work, so they keep experimenting like this. So in that our whole digestive system they were trying to produce, they were unable to produce. They were failing in all the time. See how effortlessly Krishna created the whole thing in our body. Okay, we consume something, it is getting digested. Whatever energy required for a body and all the other parts of the body, it is getting supplied, and the waste is getting eliminated. How effortlessly been done. We know the value of our body or our parts of the body when it is not functioning. At that time we know the importance of the body. We know the value of water, or the air. Value of water when we are not having the water in a and got stuck in a desert, correct? Or we know the value of the air when the COVID time, correct? They know the importance of oxygen cylinders, etc. So Krishna is inconceivable. We can never understand Krishna. Only by bhakti we can understand Krishna. That Krishna, that inconceivable form of Krishna, he is ready to come in a small Laddu Gopal form, or small Radha Krishna form, or a small Vishnu form, so that we can perform bhakti. But we keep ignoring that Krishna, and we tend to see okay, I have more important work than doing bhakti to Krishna. So Krishna is inconceivable. We can take hours and hours of class only to speak about Krishna's inconceivability. We can never understand. We will never be able to understand Krishna. Our knowledge is limited. Our capacity to understand is limited. Our capability to conceive is limited. Krishna is inconceivable. Like, okay, he is beyond our imagination. He is unimaginable. Like, okay, so but that Krishna is ready to come and giving opportunity after opportunity, so that we can understand him and we can go back to him. That is why while Gopakumara was traveling all the places, and when he finally reaches Krishna, Krishna hugs him, and both of them getting into the ecstasy mode, transcendental ecstasy mode. Krishna is asking, why it took this much time for you to come, realize, and come to me. This is the same word he will say to us also, to every one of us. Why it took this much time for you to reach me, for you to think about me, for you to perform bhakti. So that is a reality. So let us use every bit of our time to think about Krishna, to serve Krishna, to speak about Krishna to someone else, to pass the knowledge of Krishna to someone else. This is very, very important. This inconceivable is very, very important. And he is always a person, and he is luminous like the sun. He is Aditya Varnam, and he is beyond material nature. This is very important sloka. So Kavim Puranam Anusastitaram Anoraniyamsam Anushmaredhya Sarvasya Dataram. Sarvasya Dataram is he is the maintainer of everything. Then Achintya Rubam. Achintya is inconceivable. Krishna's name is Achintya, okay, because he is inconceivable, and he is a Rupa, whose form is, he has a form. Then Aditya Varnam, he is luminous like a sun. Then Tamasaha Parashtat, okay, which is he will remove the darkness, okay, from us by his transcendental presence. He is beyond material nature, okay. This ninth sloka is one of the important sloka, because this sloka will help us to remember Krishna, okay, how inconceivable he is. The similar manner, seventh sloka also we have seen something where and all Krishna is present. Can anyone say what is that? In the knowledge of the absolute, we have seen similar like this. Can anyone say? Yeah. That's
Is
what,
it
like, you all have to revise without revision. Krishna is present in the taste of the water.
the
Is
taste of
present
the
in the sun
water,
and moon.
light, sunlight, and ether, space, everything is present all over. Every living being that we see, there is, I mean, it could be the smallest of the living beings or the biggest of the living species, say 64 lakh species, 84 lakh species, sorry.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Then
So
he
he's
is present
present.
in the Vedic mantras. He is present in the form of Om. Okay. He is present in the sound. Everywhere, everything he is present. Okay. In the water, Rasoham Astu Kaunteya, sun and moon. Everywhere he is present. So that has to be understood. We have to keep remembering. This is a way to remember Krishna. Okay. This 8.9 also we can remember. He knows Kavim Puranam Anusastitaram Anoraniyam Anusmaredya. Then Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamashaha Parashtad. Okay, so this we already seen. So this how we need to remember Krishna. This Achintya, inconceivable, is very, very important. Okay. Then the 10th sloka. So how we can remember Krishna? Prayana kale manasa chalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva bruvor madhye pranam avesha samya satam param purusham upaiti divyam. So here he's again like talking about little bit of yoga mishra bhakti, which is one who at the time of death fixes his life hair between the eyebrows by the strength of the yoga with an undeviated mind, engages himself in remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Supreme Lord in full devotion, will certainly attain to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it is nothing but here little bit of most of the Ashtanga Yoga being mentioned. Okay, in the yoga, the real yoga practitioner, he will say, okay, you please meditate and control your air, breath, and please bring every concentration like between the eyebrows by the strength of the yoga with an undeviating mind engages himself in remembering the Supreme Lord in full devotion will certainly attain the Supreme Lord. So this is little tricky and a little tough to perform. Then Krishna says like in the next 2 or 3 slokas he will further explain this particular how to perform this Ashtanga Yoga. Okay, so that is what we are going to see it in the 11th sloka. So in the 11th sloka, Yadaksharam Vedavido Vadanti Vishanti Yatayo Vitaraha Yad Ichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti Tadde Padam Sangrahena Pravakshyate. This Vitaraha we already seen somewhere else. What is Vitaraha? This Vitaraha we already seen somewhere. Where? What is the meaning of Vitaraha? It is attachment. Like okay, we should not have any attachment. We need to have the renounced order of life. Okay, that is what Vitaraha. Okay, so Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti. Persons who are learned in the Vedas, who utter the Omkara, and who are great sages in the renounced order of life, enter into the Brahman. Desiring such perfection, one practices celibacy. So here it is talking about performing the celibacy. I shall now briefly explain to you this process by which one may attain salvation. So the Ashtanga Yoga, in brief, like okay, will be explained in the couple of slokas again. Though it has been already explained in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chapter, like a 6th chapter, predominantly talking about the Ashtanga Yoga, correct? But here again, like Krishna is explaining. So this is nothing but how to maintain the celibacy. Okay, how to maintain the renounced order of life, like and enter into the Brahman. This is called like Sat Chakra Yoga, in which one places the air of life between the eyebrows, taking it for granted that Arjuna might not know how to practice the Sat Chakra Yoga. The Lord explains the process in the following verses. Okay, that is what been explained in the upcoming slokas. Water is it and okay. Sarvadvarani samyamya manohridi nirudhya cha murdini adhyatmanah pranam asito yoga dharanam. The yogic situation is that of detachment from the all sensual engagement. So in the Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 processes Yama, Niyama, Asana, correct? Huh? Huh. Yama, Niyama, Asana, correct? Like okay, so that is what Yama means. Like we have to do something. Niyama means we have to restrict something. Then we have to do something. Okay, so that is what here all detachment from all the sense engagement. Then closing all the doors of the senses and fixing the mind on the heart and the life air at the top of the head one establishes himself in yoga. So Krishna will explain all these things. Then he will say it is a little difficult to practice this Ashtanga yoga. Better than that, like you can practice the Bhakti yoga. So that is what we have to understand. So here we have to put a lot of effort to control our senses, to control our mind, to engage our senses in the form of Krishna, etc., etc. Like a little bit difficult while performing in the Kali Yuga. But Bhakti Yoga is very easy. Okay, if you hear about Krishna's song, or if you read about like some scripture, it is easy to perform the Bhakti Yoga than this Ashtanga Yoga. But still, he is explaining because Bhagavad Gita is not only relevant to the Kali Yuga, it is relevant to all the yugas. So every bit of the details been mentioned in all these slokas. Any questions till now? Okay, the next sloka. Om iti ekasharam Brahma Vyaharan Mamanushmaran. What is the meaning of Anusmaran?
Remembering.
Yeah. Yap prayati tyajan deham sayati paramam gatim. After being situated in this yoga practice and vibrating the sacred syllable Om, the supreme combination of letters, if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and quits his body, he will certainly reach the spiritual planets. So here Krishna doesn't say that, okay, you control your senses, you control your mind, you sit in a yogic position and you just be idle. No. Then he says, vibrating the sacred syllable Om, the supreme combination of letters. If one thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is very important. We have to think about the Lord at the time and quits his body. So, yoga is nothing but, okay, simply sitting in meditative state. No, we have to control all our organs, all our senses, all our mind, everything. Then we have to remember the Lord. We have to uh, think about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And while in that post, like quitting the body, then he will certainly reach the spiritual planets. Like that is in Krishna's hand, whether he wants us to go to the spiritual world or not. That is in Krishna's hand. Okay. So this is the importance of like the Ashtanga yoga or the meditative yoga. So that is what been explained here. In the 14th sloka, this is one of the other very, very important sloka. Ananya chetaka satatam yo mam smarati nitsayaha tasyaham sulabhaha partha nitya yuktasya yoginaha. For one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain. O son of Pritha, because of his constant engagement in devotion service. So, how many times Krishna says, okay, if you think about Krishna, you will reach Krishna. That is what been mentioned. So, this sloka has to come to our remembrance all the time. If you remember Krishna, you will be able to go back to the Lord Godhead. Okay, that is what Ananya Chetaka Satatam Yomam Smarati Nitsayaka. Nitsayaka. It is regularly. It is
Every
not
time, every
whenever
time. Yeah.
you are free, you remember Krishna. Whenever you are busy, you forget Krishna. No. It is Nityam, Nityaha. Okay, all the time. Then Tasyaham Sulabhaha Partha. For him, I am easy to attain because it is Nitya Yuktasya Yoginaga. He is engaged in remembering me all the time. The Zoom connection may disconnect now. Please rejoin again. So this is very, very important sloka 8.14. This is eighth chapter. Many slokas are to be by hearted because this is what we live for. This is our goal of our life, to remember Lord and go back to the Godhead. Okay. So Ananya Chetaka Satatam Yomam Smarati Nitsayaha Tasyaham Sulabhaha Partha Nitya Yuktasa Yoginaha. So anyone wants to recite? Yeah. So anyone wants to recite this sloka?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Ananya chetah satatam yo mam smaranti nischayah nityaya. Nitya. Can you show me the Hindi version? That's easier for me to
Yeah, yeah.
recite.
It is nitsayaha.
Okay. Okay. Nitsayah. Tasyaham sulabah partha nityayuktasya yoginaha.
Yes. So ananya chetaka satatam yomam smarati nitsayaha tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yohinaha.
Yoginaha.
Yeah.
Prabhu, I would
Prabhuji,
also
this is
like to try.
also similar to that one shloka in 18th chapter, I think. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchah.
Yeah, that is surrendering to him, Mataji. This is remembrance. Okay, this almost similar to what is the thing is like. Okay, 8.5 it will come. Okay, where's what is that?
Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu.
Kalecha mameva smaran mukto kalevaram. Because this is talking mainly about remembrance. Then ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paripasade. Yeah, that also it will come. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Like okay, because in the
That
chinta.
is in Vishnu Sahasranama, no?
What? Yeah, in Vishnu Sahasranama also it will come.
Sahasranama,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paripasade. Yes, chintayanto mam. Okay.
Even I
So,
forgot.
yeah,
No,
correct.
it's
Yeah.
I used,
Ananya
even I forgot
chintayanto
about it.
mam
Yeah.
yejana paryupasate yo mam.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Ananya chintayanto mam yejana paryupasate tesam nityabhyuktanam yogasshemam
Yogakshemam
vahamyaham.
vahamyaham.
Yeah. So
Paritra.
here also, but one
Mm,
who worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form. Okay.
mm.
To them, I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Okay, the similar thing here we have to. It is predominantly talking about the remembrance for one who always remembers. Okay, antakale cha mameva smaran mukto kalevaram. Okay, Diya, sound padada. Yes, Mamta Mataji, you are saying something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, I just wanted to give a try, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to give a try, Prabhu.
Okay. Yeah. Please.
Ananyacheta satatana. Prabhu, can you show me the Hindi version? Just a little bit up. Yeah. Ananyacheta satatam yo ma smriti nityasha tasya aham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yogina.
Yeah. Very good. So
Hare
ananya
Krishna.
chetaka satatam yomam smarati nichayah tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yoginaha. So the next loka 8.15.
Can I read the
Mamupeti.
translation for my own benefits, Prabhu?
What, Maji?
The translation,
Yeah.
can I read? Translation, the upper
Yeah,
one.
please. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm not.
Yes,
Yeah.
Maji, please read.
Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. For one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain. O son of Partha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service.
Yeah. So we have to
Haribol.
constantly engage in the devotional service. Then only we can remember Krishna,
Abstain.
and we will be able to go back to him. Okay. The next sloka, Mamupetya Punarjanma Dukhalayam Shashvatam. This one we have seen multiple times. Okay. Dukhalayam Asashvatam, correct? Napnuvanti Mahatmanaha Samsiddhim Paramam Gataha. So after attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of miseries. That is what the Dukhalaya Mashashwadam, because they have attained the highest perfection. So Krishna here says, after attaining me, what he's saying is like, okay, after attaining me, the great souls, they will never return to this material world, which is full of miseries, okay, because they have attained the great perfection. So no doubt that, okay, after we reaching Krishna's abode, we will come back. We will never come back. So that is what Krishna says it here. So with that, we will try to conclude. So this we have seen. So from 10 to 13, it is Yoga Mishra Bhakti, how to control our breathing and control our senses to engage Krishna. Okay. So this we have seen already 9. Kavim Puranam, Anusasitaram, Anoraniyam, Aniyamsam, Dataram Rupam, then Achintya Rupam, like Aditya Varnam, Tamashaga Parshashad, like this we have seen. In the practice of Yoga Mishra Bhakti is first 8.10, it is Sat Chakra Yoga. Sat Chakra Yoga is nothing but raise the life air to Agnya.
Agnya Chakra.
Yeah, Agnya Chakra, okay. So then chant the mantra Om while controlling, after controlling senses, after your sitting position, everything. In the 8.11, it has been explained. 11 to 12, it is renounce the sense gratification. Like we need to control our senses, engage all the senses in the service of the Lord. Then 8.12, it is fix mind on heart. Okay, we have to fix our mind, and all the consciousness has to be fixed on the heart. Okay, that is what being mentioned. Then this chakra centers, like a Chat chakra. What are the things? Where is it is very detailedly explained, like okay, as part of the Ashtanga Yoga. So we are not going to go in detail because it is little difficult to perform in this particular Kali Yuga. Because when Arjuna says, okay, it is Sanchalam ki Manaha Krishna, he's saying, okay, I can control the wind which is coming very fast, but I can't control my mind. If Arjuna is speaking, then what to speak of us, like to control our mind and this one. So fix mind in devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead at the time of death. Though this is impersonal liberation. So it is Om and Brahman, like we need to control our mind, the senses, and we need to fix our mind. We need to chant the mantra Om. Okay. Then in the 12th sloka, it is practicing yoga system like a pratyahara for modern age. Pratyahara means like a withdraw our senses from the sense object, then focus the mind on the super soul, then life force on top of the head, like all the air has to be pulled into the top of the head. Okay, we need to control the 5 knowledge acquiring senses and karmendriya. Okay, then no sense gratification allowed. But for modern age, pratyahara practices are impossible. It is very, very difficult. So best is Krishna consciousness by chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We can engage our senses, all our mind, heart, everything like in the service of the Lord. So best thing is like chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, which is prescribed in the for this Kali Yuga. So for the 13th sloka, thinking of Krishna while quit the body. Okay, so that is what we have seen. The impersonalist, they will think about the impersonal Brahman, but devotees will think about the Lord. Okay, or the mantra Om. So that is what very important destination for devotees. Innumerable Vaikuntha planets. Like there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets. So 14 also we have seen, which is one who is undeviatingly remembers Krishna easily attains the Lord. Okay, which is how destination of the Ananya Chetaka Satatam, correct? So all the time we have to remember the Lord, then we can go back to the Lord. There is no doubt about it. Rasas are mellows, like this is various rasas by which we can remember Krishna. Santa rasa, which is neutral, Dasya rasa, which is servitor, okay, Saki rasa, which is friendship, Vatsalya, paternal love, Madhurya, which is congregational, conjugal love, yeah. This primary rasa, the 7 secondary rasas are there, which is Hasya, which is laughter, Adbhuta, wonder, Veera, chivalry, Karuna, pathetic feeling, then Raudra, anger, Bibhatsa, which is disaster, then Bhaya, fearfulness. Okay, so these are the rasas by which we can engage us into the devotion service. Then there's the stages of bhakti, like initially is like a Kevala bhakti, then Pradhani Bhuta bhakti, then Guni Bhuta bhakti, like okay, which is Brahma Jyoti. So first is Brahma Jyoti, like which is Guni Bhuta bhakti. Then Pradhani Bhuta bhakti, Vaikuntha or like okay in Shantarati. Then Kevala bhakti is like okay the pure devotion, which is we will go to the pure prema towards the Lord in the Goloka Vrindavan. So I'm not going in detail like a 5 kind of liberation. Then the 15th sloka, which is a the 5 kind of liberation is like okay, it is Salokya, Sarupya, Sarasti, Samipya, then Kaivalya, Ekatava. So various ways like we can reach Lord. So that is what this 5 kind of liberation. Then the 15th sloka, it is pure devotees never return to this material world. That is what we have seen. So one who think about the Lord and attains the supreme abode, they will never come back to this Tukalayam Ashashvatam. They will always be there. That is the motivation for us. We have to remember the Lord all the time, and we should never ignore or we should never waste our time in not remembering Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any questions? So this sloka also very important. A Brahma Bhuvana Lokaha Punaravartino Arjuna Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyade. So from the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all the places of misery wherein repeated birth and death will take place. But one who attains my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. This is one of the very important sloka. Abrahma Bhuvana Lokaha Punaravartino Arjuna Mamupete tu Kaunteya Punar Janmana Vidyade. So once they attain the supreme law abode, they will never come back. That is what, how to attain? By performing bhakti, by performing the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can go back to the spiritual world. Once we go back, we will never come back. But in this material world, all the 14 planetary system, if we stuck in any of these things, then Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, it will go and in the cycle. To get out, we have to perform bhakti, we have to reach the supreme abode, which is Goloka Vrindavan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I kindly request, please revise all the topic covered till now. Then only it has to register in all of our mind forever. If someone waking you up and asking, okay, can you please explain about chapter 3 or chapter 4? We have to be in a position to explain that for minimum 15 to 30 minutes. Trust me, if you are able to read, revise all those chapters covered till now, then you will be able to explain. And this is not going to be the useful mechanism only for this life. Whatever we are learning today, it will come along with our soul, because the bhakti, only the bhakti we can carry, not the money or not the fame or not the wealth or etc. etc. Only whatever bhakti we perform, that is what we can carry along with us. So please, like spend some time to read about Krishna, to understand about Krishna, to understand inconceivable potency of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. Any doubt or any feedback, any clarification, please feel free to suggest. Sorry, because of family emergency, like we couldn't able to complete some of the Damodar Aarti. Still not too late. Like if anyone wants to perform in their home, please let us know, and we can schedule in the upcoming days or upcoming weeks, and we can try to fulfill. Because more than the month, remembrance of the Lord is more important. So please let us know if you are planning, if you need our help or presence, like so that we can plan. Hare Krishna. Really sorry for missing out, and it's unfortunate, but we can't help. Like it is the will of the Lord, and it is as per His plan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji,
Prabhu.
Damodar month is over, huh?
Yeah, it is over, Prabhu, but that doesn't stop
Date,
us
which
to
date?
remember the Lord. We can remember Damodar all the time. Damodar
Okay.
month is the time like where we get
Okay, no,
some
I'm
extra
doing every day.
benefit.
That's why I didn't remember that. I'm doing every day. That's why I asked.
Yeah, please do. Please continue to do, Prabhu. Like
I
there is
didn't
no
realize
need
that
to
it is
stop.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I was
Okay.
doing every day the Damodar Sakam. That's why I just asked it.
Because every day Damodar Leela, even now in one of the other universe, like it is getting performed, it has been exhibited by the Lord. So we never need to calculate, okay, this Damodar month after 30 days, like I will stop. No need. You can still
Okay,
continue, you
continue.
can keep continue.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. If God wills me to continue, I'll continue. Right. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. As long as we are in this material world, as long as even after we
Right.
exited from this material world, also like I have the desire to perform the Damodar Aarti and I have the desire to perform the Bhakti, then Krishna will take us into his abode. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
If no further queries or clarification, we are good to close the class.